Good morning, everyone, and today we are going to tackle about teaching versus learning in OBE. But first, what is OBE? OBE stands for Outcome-Based Education. When we say OBE, it is an educational approach in where it focuses on teaching and learning. It also emphasizes the importance of what the students will be able to know and do at the end of the learning experiences. When we say OBE, it is centered student-centered approach in where the teachers is only the facilitator of learning and the students is the center of the learning process. Outcome-based education is focuses on the outcome of the students of what they have learned the way the teacher teach. It is not what we teach, it's what the students learn. Hindi ito kung ano ang ating tinuturo sa mga bata, but ang outcome-based education ay nakafocus kung ano nga ba ang nalilern ng mga students. Kasi kung nagfo-focus lang tayo sa pagtuturo ng teacher ng content sa mga students, of course, as a teacher, dapat alam niya yung content na kanyang tinuturo. Dapat galamay niya yon. So, because of that, talagang magiging successful yung pag-i-implement niya ng kanyang topic sa mga students. But the thing is, nakaka-learn ba talaga yung mga students the way the teacher teaches? So, here is nagpo-focus talaga siya sa kung ano dapat ang malilearn ng mga students. And now, what is teaching? Teaching is the process of attending to people's needs, experiences, and feelings. So, pag sinabi natin teaching, first thing is dapat as a teacher, you need to know, of course, of where your students are emotionally, intellectually, and socially. So it is not just simply giving them knowledge or information, but of course, dapat alam mo rin kung hanggang saan ang mga students mo so that you will be able to know kung ano pa yung needs nila na kailangan nilang ma-meet at kailangan mong ibigay. And intervening so that they learn particular things. So in teaching, you are not just simply giving them the knowledge or information, but of course you are molding their or developing their skills, their different skills, and go beyond the given. So you need your students to, or you let your students to experience different things so that they will be able to grow. Teaching is teaching if learners learn. So matatawag lamang na teaching ang pagtuturo if nakaka-learn ang mga students. So pag sinabi nating pagtuturo, dapat meron talagang nalilearn yung mga bata. So, pag hindi nakaka-learn ng mga bata the way the teacher teaches, so it means that there's no learning happened. Learning is measured by its outcome. Of course, when teaching, masusukat doon kung nakaka-learn nga ba talaga ang mga students the way you teach. So, here is malalaman mo kung effective ba yung mga approach na ginagamit mo, yung mga strategies na ginagamit mo. Here is mai-evaluate mo sila so that you will be able to know if it is effective for the students or you need to change it. And next, whatever approach to teaching is used, the intent should focus on learning rather than on teaching. So here is whatever approach na gagamitin mo in teaching, dapat ang goal dito is dapat makaka-learn yung mga students. It should focus on learning dapat rather than teaching, because here in OBE, the students are the focused. And now, what is learning? Learning is the lifelong process of transforming information and experience into knowledge, skills, behaviors, and attitudes. So when we say learning is it is a lifelong process. When we say lifelong process, walang specific age na nagsasabi na nag-i-stop na yung learning, which means that even if tatanda na tayo, there's always a learning unless kung mamatay na tayo, doon pa nag-e-end ang learning. Transforming information and experience into knowledge. So it is not just simply receiving an information or the knowledge that is being taught to us, but of course, being used, like you are making use of it, like you are going to apply it in a real world scenarios, or you are going to reflect it in your own experiences, and of course you are going to make what you have learned, or you are going to make it in a new ideas. And of course, now into knowledge, skills, behaviors, and attitudes. In learning, it gives us a broad impact on us individuals. It is not just giving us or being giving us information or knowledge, but of course it develops our skills, and it develops how the way we act and how the way we communicate to others. How then should teaching and learning be done in OBE? So here are some tips. Teacher must prepare students adequately. This can be done if the teachers know what they want the students to learn and what the learning outcomes to achieve. So as a teacher, you really need to prepare your students. And of course, as a teacher, dapat alam mo yung content na ituturo mo sa mga bata. And by that, you are going to make a goal. Kung ano yung goal mo na dapat ma-achieve ng mga students at the end of the lesson. And here is, as a teacher, you really need to measure of what your students have already learned or know about the topic that you are going to teach. Here is you are going to measure the prior knowledge of the students. Next is teacher must create a positive learning environment. Here is, as a teacher, you really need to create a positive classroom or environment for all of the students, because as we all know that all of the students are diverse, or they are diverse learners. So they have different skills, they have different characteristics, they are different from each other and unique. And as a teacher, you really need to possess positive environment, like where you are going to foster respect for everyone, and then it is something like ma-feel ng students na they are belong in the classroom, like they are heard, like hindi nila ma-feel na like left out sila. Dapat mag-create ang teacher ng positive environment sa classroom, in where all of the students ma-feel nilang they are welcomed, they are cared, they are heard, and of course, like hindi sila matatakot na ipakita kung anong yung mga kaya nila. Because if you are going to foster or you are going to create a positive learning environment, it has really a big impact on the students' learning. Because diba, the students learn best in the classroom, where they feel na hindi sila ginajudge. It is something like they are free to ipakita kung ano talaga yung mga kaya nilang gawin. And next, teacher must help their students to understand what they have to learn, why they should learn it. So as a teacher, you need to make your students understand ng mga bagay na kung ano yung mga kailangan dapat nilang ma-learn, at bakit naman kaya kailangan nila ma-learn ang mga bagay na iyon. Halimbawa na lamang sa history, diba? When the teacher is teaching history, for example, is dapat ma-explain ng teacher na dapat talaga nilang malaman ang mga bagay na iyon, dahil tayo ay citizen or nakatira sa bansang ito. Of course, dapat ding ituro ng teacher or isasabihin ng teacher sa kanila kung paano kaya nila malalaman na nakaka-learn ang mga bata sa sarili nila. So here is para magkaroon ng mga bata ng self-evaluation if they really learn sa topic na tinuturo ng or sa content na tinuturo ng teacher. Next is teacher must choose a variety of teaching methods. So here, dapat hindi lamang nagfo-focus ang teacher sa isang teaching method. But, of course, dapat gagamit ang teacher ng iba't ibang methods according or dapat suited din ito sa content or sa mga activities na kaniyang ginagawa. The most appropriate strategy should be used taking into account the learning outcomes teachers want the students to achieve. So here, dapat ang teacher din ay hindi nag-i-stick sa isa lamang na strategy kasi 'di ba nga different strategies work on different students. So hindi lahat ng students ay nakaka-learn sa isang strategy lang. So as a teacher, you really need to apply strategies that are relevant or mas madaling ma-acquire or ma-learn ng mga bata ang learning objectives mo or learning goals. So, as a teacher also, you need to consider what are the contents that you are going to teach. You also need to consider the characteristics of the students and, of course, the resources that are available sa iyong pagtuturo sa iyong classroom. Next is teacher must provide students with enough opportunities to use the new knowledge and skills that they gain. So as a teacher, hindi mo dapat nililimitahan ang mga students mo. So you really need them to experience different things and para magamit ng mga students yung mga bagong na-learn nila sa mga tinuturo mo. For example, na lamang you are going to give them projects that are related sa content na tinuturo mo so that they will be able to make new ideas galing sa na-learn nila sa tinuturo mo. So that the students, so here, yung ma-measure, the teacher will be measured if the students gained or talaga bang naintindihan nila yung or yung content na tinuturo ng teacher para mas magkaroon sila ng deeper understanding. Teacher must help students to bring each learning to a personal closure that will make them aware of what they learned. So as a teacher, you need also to help your students, to bring each learning to a personal closure. Like you are going to help them or giving them feedback kung anong kailangan nilang i-improve pa. And of course, so that they will be able to know or ma-aware sila kung ano pa ba yung kailangan nilang ma-learn at ano pa ba yung kailangan nilang i-work. Here are additional key points in teaching and learning in OBE, which show the shift from a traditional to an OBE view. So from traditional view, we have here instruction. So here is what the content the teacher will be going to teach to the students, and next is inputs and resources. Here is the resources that the teacher will be going to use in teaching, so like books, lectures, and different types of resources that the teacher will going to use. Knowledge is transferred by the teacher. So here is the knowledge is transferred by the teacher. So there is a presence of spoon feeding in where the teacher only gives information to the students. Teacher dispenses knowledge. So here is ang teacher is yung pinagkukunan talaga ng kaalaman or knowledge. And dito is nakadepende sa nalalaman ng teacher ang kanyang naituturo rin sa mga students. Next is teachers and students are independent and in isolation. So there's only a minimal collaboration of teacher and the students because the teacher is only just giving information to the students and the students is just going to listen to the teacher. And here naman in OBE view, In the first box, we have here the learning. So here in the learning is this is what the students will be going to learn. And next is the learning outcomes. Here is the goal that the students will be able to achieve. Dapat nilang ma-achieve at the end of the lesson. And next is knowledge already exists in the minds of the learners. So there is already knowledge that exists in the minds of the learners, and the teacher will just going to enhance or develop the knowledge na learn ng mga bata. And next, teachers are designers of methods. So here is that the teacher is just a facilitator and a designer of a curriculum, so that the students will be able to learn from their own. Like the teacher will just going to design activities. You're going to craft the lesson plan or activities na i-implement niya sa mga students, and here is hahayaan niya lang yung mga students na maka-learn on their own. And next is teacher and student work in teams. So here there is really a presence and collaboration of the students and teachers. So there is an teamwork between the teacher and the students, because diba, the students is the center of a learning process, and the teacher is going to facilitate only the students. And that's only for my part. Thank you for listening, and God bless.